Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce, and it's time for a little NBA basketball. Tuesday night in the NBA. It's going to be the Dallas Mavericks up against Kobe Bryant and the LA Lakers. And now let's head out to the arena, hook up with Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. I'll be back at halftime.
On to the next one, 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 on to the next one.
Hold up. Used to rock a throwback, ballin' on the corner. Now I rock a telesuit, looking like a owner. No, I'm not a Jonas, brother, I'm a grown-up. No, I'm not. I use my.
On to the next one, 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 on to the next one.
Hold up.
And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. Along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Opening night and time for our State Farm lineups. First for the Mavericks, Collison is out there with Mayo. And filling in at the center position, the 7-footer with the silky touch and the master of the fadeaway jump shot, Dirk Nowitzki. And there's Carter, and it's Marion in at the power forward. And then for the Los Angeles Lakers, and in the backcourt, it's Nash and Kobe. And it's center, the most dominant physical presence in the NBA, the elite defensive big man, Dwight Howard. Then there's Antoine Jamison, and it's Gasol in at the 4 spot.
You know, guys, one of the reasons Dallas did not re-sign Tyson Chandler last year was they wanted to preserve some cap space. And they had Dwight Howard in mind, but Dallas has had to use their cap space elsewhere. But, you know, the key was just developing enough flexibility to give them a lot of different options. And I think that's always a factor for any NBA team.
And it's the Mavericks to start out. Now Collison. He kicks it to Carter. And stolen by Nash. And it's the Lakers on the break. And there's Howard. That's good on the assist from Kobe. Howard's got the opening bucket of the night here for the Lakers. Dallas, to me, Steve, always seems a team very mindful of upcoming free agents and cap space restrictions. One of the reasons why they made the moves last year. Even if, Clark, they don't get a big name, they always seem to be in the mix somewhere.
Well, they're always hovering around, and I think it points to the savvy of the front office there, Kevin. I mean, and that's really what allows teams to be competitive over long periods of time. It's not just about the players you have and their talent, but it's how you acquire players and piece together your team.
They're very forward-thinking, aren't they?
Yeah.
Open look, and the shot is good. Howard's got his second bucket. And so here is Dallas, 4-point game. This, of course, their first opportunity to play the Lakers.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the dynamic is between these two clubs, Kevin, because they'll face each other 4 times this year.
Kobe attacking, and good on the basket. Book it.
Well, I don't think you're going to miss too many like those.
2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
That's what I do. Make sure you get a couple of shots here to close this quarter.
Collison kicks to Carter. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Carter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Nash against Collison. Howard drives in, so the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And we saw it last year, guys, because those numbers were so low. Teams weren't afraid to put him on the line where points were hard to come by for him.
He's off on the first. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for the Lakers. World Peace comes in for Antoine Jamison. Then for the Mavericks, Kaman comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Elton Brand subbed in for Sean Marion. No good on the second free throw. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. The pass to Mayo. Back to Collison. He feeds it to Mayo. The shot's good. Collison making the play.
He's a guy that'll take it right into the teeth of the defense. A lot of his points come from inside of 5 feet.
Back to Howard. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Lakers lead by 1. And back with the start of...
It's a Halloween broadcast of the NBA. Ty Lawson and the Denver Nuggets go up against Drew Holiday and the Philadelphia 76ers this Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
Thanks for tuning back in as we get back to the action here in this NBA opener. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too.
Al Duhan.
You know, the Lakers weren't quite as dominant as they were in 2010-11, but it wasn't because of how they played against the West. They really did a nice job against their conference rivals.
Bobois, the pass to Mayo. Gets it to go. Mayo's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Mavs. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, guys, I think it's accurate to call the Dwight Howard situation a saga, and it has, at least for the moment, calmed down. A trade to the Los Angeles Lakers has now thrust them squarely into the championship picture. First, the acquisition of star point guard Steve Nash, and now the best center in the league. The tough Western Conference just got tougher. Kevin?
The story of the offseason, no question. Thank you, Doris. 32-16 was their end mark of the season against the West. The Lakers certainly showed they can play with every team that was a contender out there, and they were tough, but it just at the end, it just did not come together for them.
Well, nonetheless, winning 2 out of every 3 games you play in conference action is a good recipe for finishing near the top of the standings. The Lakers would have loved to have been that #1 seed, but they didn't get it. It wasn't because of how they played in the West, though.
It was, I think, that they were the 3rd seed in the Western Conference, as it turned out. Here's World Peace. Trains it from beyond the arc. World Peace has got himself on the board with 3 there.
He loves operating in that kind of space.
Marion outside. Back to Bobois. And Chris Duhon picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for the Lakers. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Kaman. Crowder comes in for Elton Brand. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Sean Marion. And it's Collison in for Roddy Bobois. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Nowitzki drives in over Howard. Nowitzki's shot is no good. Jamison with it. Looking for his first bucket of the game. Kobe, that's for 2. That's good. And so Howard with the assist.
Good luck trying to figure out how to defend this guy. It's a major order and hard to come up with an answer for him.
Here is Collison. And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul called. He'll shoot free throws. The Mavericks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers help them win games.
No good on that one. Both teams will make substitutions. And the second free throw, good. And we're through 2 here and a good one. Lakers on top. They're up by 1.
Now, presented by Sprint. Welcome to 2K Sports. We're in the early stages of what promises to be another great season in the NBA. At Staples Center, the Lakers in a close one against Dallas. They're languishing at 500 here in the early going. They're looking to push into that win column. Just outstanding efficiency offensively. They're having a field day. It's just that simple. Dwight Howard getting it done early. He hasn't put up overwhelming numbers, but without him, where would they be so far in this one? And on the other side, the Mavericks also putting up numbers. The assist total indicative of their unselfish play, spreading that ball around. Some great work out there by O.J. Mayo. And Vince Carter's also been getting it done for them. And now let's go around the NBA to check out what's happening. A close game at American Airlines Arena. The Heat battling against Boston.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is...
And welcome back as we get rolling again here. A fresh NBA season tipping off here. One guy who's been getting it done is O.J. Mayo.
Yeah, give him credit. He's been very selective with his shots, and it's paying off for him and his team.
You know, he's taking exactly what the defense is giving him, and he's not forced anything. And that's exactly how you should play the game, in my opinion.
Here's Howard.
Wow, look at that athletic play. Incredible. Well, he's an intimidating finisher around the basket, Kevin. The thing you have to do defensively is try to push him off the block, not let him get deep position. But that is easier said than done, that's for sure.
And Steve, you know what? He's powering through guys better now, playing through contact, but he's also starting to polish up his post move. So it's not just simply about him throwing it down, which he does with force and regularity. He's starting to add a little finesse to that power package, too.
Lakers leading by 3.
You know, the West can be a real difficult conference to navigate. And even though they were coming off a title run, the Mavericks had a lot of trouble finishing over 500 within the conference.
Mavericks trailed by 3. Outside Collison. Outside Mayo. Fires from deep. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got 3 assists tonight. And you see it with the West. The first step is just to make it into the playoffs, which the Mavs did. And once there, they felt that anything can happen. Unfortunately, they got swept. But, Steve, I guess that was the thing about last year, just getting healthy into the playoff picture.
Yeah, but what was interesting about that sweep against Oklahoma City, Kevin, was that Dallas really should have won the first 2 games on the road in Oklahoma City. But close games, close losses, and then everything sort of slipped away from there.
Shoots it. Nowitzki's shot is no good.
Would have been lucky to knock that shot down.
Yeah, that kind of shot will definitely get you the high eyebrows from the coach and maybe get you a seat on the bench, too. Not stop. There's no way to stop that. I mean, there's nothing you can do when he's coming at him like that.
Well, that's right, Clark. Stevie is a dangerous, dangerous player.
Yeah, especially when he gets to that launching pad right there in the lane. I mean, pretty one-handed finish. That was nice.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Jamison, defended by Carter. Jamison dishes to Howard. Rises up and throws it down.
You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him.
Here comes Mayo. He's got 11. Kicks to Collison. Over Howard. Collison, no good.
Great defense there. You really have to challenge him at that range.
Shoots from the baseline. It went right down as the buzzer sounded.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know how he has the poise to make that shot look so easy.
Yep, and that's the most exciting play in basketball, guys. The buzzer beater. Unbelievable.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Lakers lead by 6. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
Bring your costume. It's Halloween in the...
It's amazing.
Mavericks trailed by 6. pass to Nowitzki. Working on Howard. Back to Collison. There's the feed to Carter. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Collison's got his 4th assist in this one.
And the shootout continues.
Trading buckets both ways. I mean, offense definitely the focal point for these teams.
The dish now to Jamison. There's the 3. The shot no good. The Maverick shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Collison kicks to Nowitzki. Over Nash. That's good for Nowitzki on the assist by Collison. Collison's got 5 assists tonight.
Soft defense right there. Way too soft.
The shot by Nash, no good. Out to Kobe. Back to Jamison. Lakers passing it around. Nash, the pass to Howard. Tries again. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. That's 12 points for Howard.
Just where he's been doing damage. Again and again, he keeps taking it inside and handling his business.
Pau Gasol has checked in for the Lakers. Dallas also making some changes. Elton Brand's checked in for Nowitzki. Marion comes in for Brandon Wright. And it's Mayo in for Crowder. Free throw no good for Howard. Mavericks trailed by 4. Carter drives in to the middle. Mayo dishing to Carter. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
What a clutch shot there.
Really, the definition of clutch.
Jamison kicks to Gasol. Kobe. Over Mayo. And again, no good by the Lakers. The Mavericks have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. To tie it up. Money! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Real persistence on his part. Stayed with the play and cashed in with the second chance points.
Back to Nash. He dishes it to Kobe. Outside Gasol. Passes it to Howard. Just 5 on the clock. Connects!
There's not a lot you can do when Howard is on like he is now.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're behind by 2. 15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Let's find out what Doris broadcast for us.
Yes, thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle was saying to the team. His message, don't even look at the score right now. We've got to make one play at a time and execute. That's how we'll take this thing home. Kevin, he's trying to keep them focused.
Thanks again, Doris. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That's his first foul. .11 seconds left in the 4th. Nowitzki for 3. Misses the tray. And he commits the intentional foul.
Now, you can't let them pound the ball and just milk those precious seconds away.
No other option here but to foul and hope for a few misses at the line.
He doesn't hit the first. No good at the stripe this time. The second misses also. And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 2. Just 2 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Guys, your thoughts?
With this much time left on the clock, I try to shoot from as close to the basket as possible because that way you have enough time for a quick putback if you miss.
Mayo, and that's for 2. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Dwight Howard.